Welcome to the channel again, Tooned Hot Wheels fans. So we got this purple colored 2000 GT-R LBWK. I've done the sky blue one. I was actually at a 7-Eleven and this was just hanging there, so I had to get it. Anyways, 26 of 250 of the 2025 season, I believe. And this is sold in Thailand, this one. So, as typical of Tooned, well, actually that's not true. I was going to say it's got the high roof, but Tooned actually goes back a ways, and they didn't always have this style of deformation, which is, to me, like an extreme Chorokyu deformation, where it's even, I guess it's not even Chorokyu. It's its own style, at least this one. Because the bottom of the car, proportionally looks not so bad, with the low hood line and the stuff, but it's just the craziness of this cabin. It reminds me of like a Pixar car or something, one of those movies. Anyhow, you got these little black and gold wheels. Obviously, it rolls well being a Hot Wheels. You have this black stamp here for the badge, but nothing else. And you have this gold Hot Wheels and Liberty Walk there, and a cool little white and gold stripe going on the side. A little black for the door handle. This window's open, and then basic interior. Let's see, it's a little too bright. Really tiny steering wheel. Decent enough center console though. It's actually pretty good. This side has a window, so it's a little bit more difficult. There's some sort of ribbing in the back seat area. Okay, and a little stick shift stub. Not bad, not bad. Okay, well, moving to the front, it's great that it has these printed on headlights. Alright, it's not just one swatch of white, they look like headlights. A little texture here in the grill, the oil cooler thing, well, some hoses, but can't really say it looks like an oil cooler. It's too smooth, right? There should be some ridges there. There's some recesses here, and then maybe some turn signal reflector recesses. The black plastic base with all the text there becomes also the fender flares. I think that's a really smart way of doing it. And then you got the little rivet details, little divots there. So this side, the Tampa printing seems just as good, but oddly they didn't mold that bump there. It belongs on both sides of the car. So that's a weird oversight when they made this casting. You have the funky LBWK recessed circle lights there, and then some recesses for the tailpipes, which is nice. You can add some paint, or paint this and leave those blank. And then the wing, unfortunately, is a little contaminated in the paint, but the purple paint is pretty neat. I like it. It's definitely a metallic color. The hood here, we have some venting details. And all in all, it's just a tuned car. It's so goofy looking that I love these things. I have more tuned stuff than realistic stuff now, I'm pretty sure of it, because I don't have to be critical of things that don't exist in reality. So for me, I like Hot Wheels because I can customize them, and they're cheap, Even if I mess up this thing, I could always just buy another one. But I've pretty much figured out how I like to do the wheel swaps. I don't actually drill at the bottom, so I just use these cheap clippers to cut up to the axle. And I obviously sacrifice these wheels, but I'm not going to ever put Hot Wheels wheels on something else. So that basically, I'm just trying to get some clearance so I can actually use clippers strong enough to cut through this 0.7 millimeter axle that Hot Wheels uses. And unfortunately, I tried these and there's literally a dent because they're not meant to cut steel that big. These are meant to cut copper wires. But these Knipex 7612 to 125s, they can cut a Hot Wheels axle, no problem. We've done it many a time now. So it shows, close my eyes, and that thing went off somewhere into the carpet of doom. Close my eyes, and there we go. Alright, so maybe, yeah, I like to save these axles because when I 3D print my own wheels, those are the axles I use. Okay, so I have these Carlomo ball bearing wheels. I just didn't find a realistic model to put them on, because realistic 164s usually have good enough wheels I don't feel a need to replace them. But these are, if you like rolling things, these things literally have ball bearings in them, and the brake stays stationary, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can just jam this in there. I might have to drill these out, or I think I'm really gonna have to remove these axles I crazy glued in, or clip them off. Well, maybe I should try to drill it out, because maybe you want to see how easy it is to put these in and maybe have a rolling Hot Wheels still. But this diameter is much bigger than the 0.7, well, the hole for that Hot Wheels axle. So yeah, this is 1.2. So I gotta get some drills. So here's our 1.2 drill bit. Let's just get it in there. There's always these two tabs in the middle of a Hot Wheels holding the axle down. So you gotta make sure you go halfway through, more than halfway through, to hopefully open up those tabs. Although it's questionable if it's just flexing the tabs up or actually taking material away. Alright, let's see about this now. Oh no, that did the job. Put the brakes towards the doors. I don't know if that's where they really belong, but yeah. So the other side fill out. So maybe you don't want to use a 1.2 bit, so you can have more friction. Maybe like just a 1mm bit would give you enough friction. Then you could press these in. I'm gonna have to glue these. I'll come back. See how well it rolls, everyone. There you go. Yep. So ball bearing wheels, of course, they're gonna roll. Makes a noise. I honestly don't think they actually roll better than a regular Hot Wheels though, because the rubber tires are causing a lot of friction, and this is a rubber mat, so rubber on rubber is not the. It's a lot of friction. I just use school glue, and in fact they haven't dried fully, so later on after this video when they dry fully, I'm pretty sure that brake caliper will stay where it should. But I think it's a very fitting to have these gold T37 style wheels on a Skyline. So we'll just look at two other models today, or toys. So the sky blue one, and these I think were Puff Studio wheels you can get off AliExpress. So these are the wheels that should have come on this in the first place, and then it added some paint and license plate details here. So I'll do that maybe later on the purple one, but for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna bother. This is nice that it has tampo printing on the windscreen. And I never reviewed this. This is actually a Hot Wheels prototype. On eBay, you can just look up Hot Wheels prototype, and people working at the factory somehow are getting these, mock-ups to see which wheels they're going to put on, right? So these wheels were done at the Mattel factory, but things got a scratch there. The tampo printing's all scratched up because these are not meant for resale. It's just to see how the colorways will look with these different styles of wheels. So, I don't know. I probably won't buy any more, knowing this now. It always looks better with aftermarket wheels anyways, so unless you really love the casting. I do see a lot of those prototypes going for a lot of money though, so, but then again, Super Treasure Hunts go for ridiculous money as well. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. Tooned is my thing. And I really hope that Hot Wheels continues on with the Tooned track, because I will definitely collect more of them. I know a lot of people hate them, and that's fine, but you really shouldn't complain about tuned and fantasy cars from Hot Wheels, because if you want realistic looking cars, there's about 600 million other brands making realistic looking cars in 164. Hot Wheels don't really even look that realistic, right? So I don't know why people complain about that so much when the whole brand don't look very good. Don't look very good. If you want to collect realistic looking ones, I would start with like Mini GT. That's what I would recommend. All right, well, thank you for watching today. We'll see you the next time we do a wheel swap.